What up, guys? This is Dr. Vic. This is tip number 22 out of 30. This tip, I talked a little bit about this. I talked about my morning ritual. I talked about the things that I do. This one is the importance of being mindful, right? And this is going to go a little deeper now from that tip. And what that is being mindful and why that is important for you for 2020 and beyond. In my new book, A Walk in the Dark, I talk a lot about this, and I get into the neuroscience of the importance of meditation. Like a lot of people say, oh, you should meditate because it's just great. It helps me be calmer. Or, hey, you should do breath work because it's really, really cool. And in society, in America specifically, we've gotten caught into so many fads that we lose the purpose behind the why and what it really matters for you and why is it valuable to you. I can't tell you how many times people follow fads. I'm in the health world. I see it all the time. I actually predict 3 to 5 years ahead of time when the next fad's going to be. And it's been pretty cool and consistent. I'm not no special guru, or I'm not no special someone who can see into the future. I'm in the health field, right? So I have a massive network I work with, and we see trends. And so then we're like, CBD oil, right? It's the biggest thing everybody's talking about now. Well, we knew about this about 3 to 5 years ago, at least. I was taking it that long ago. 5 years ago, I've been doing it since. But it's one of those things where when you look at different things, being mindful when it comes, because mindfulness now it's going to be $1 billion industry if it's not already, and it's growing like crazy. And there's more gurus now all of a sudden coming out of the woodworks saying how they're, I'm a mindfulness expert, mindful, whatever. And I'm not saying they're not. It's just I get a little cautious when I start seeing so many flying out of nowhere. Oh, I practiced meditation for 5 years. I'm an expert at this. Hell, I've been doing it for 13 years now. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I can definitely help people learn, but nowhere near am I an expert. I don't like the term expert, although I do use it, just to be transparent, because the public and how they see that term, they see it differently. For me and my definitions, I do not like that term because it thinks you know everything. And I'll tell you right now, the more I go into meditation, the longer I've been doing it, it's more I don't know, because we don't know everything what it does. We're just starting to understand it from a mind standpoint, a brain standpoint, and the power behind it. But I digress. So being mindful, meditation alone can improve your focus by 30%, increase productivity by 50%. Meditation is great to build resiliency, and they even shown that people who meditate over a long period of time, their prefrontal cortex, you can Google prefrontal cortex and see the importance of it, but it thickens a little bit. And they've shown that over time that it does. The cool thing about meditation, it gets you more centered to you. And in my book, A Walk in the Dark, I talk a lot about this. I even talk about meditation in my first book, Rediscover Your Greatness. I highly recommend getting those. If you're looking to really empower your life, from Rediscover Your Greatness, it literally means that. Rediscover your greatness. I get into the part of that. My second book is all about the darkness that we face and how to shift perspective. So check out those two books. Just go to my website, empoweryourreality.com, and you can get those. But I talk a lot about meditation in these books because it's critical. And I share about my story and my journey with meditation, what really meditation is and how it helps you. Being mindful allows you to take in more of your experience of life. It allows you to soak in more. So you can stare at a tree and enjoy the beauty of it, rather than just looking at things. Like, you ever drive somewhere not knowing that you all of a sudden get to the place, you're like, wow, I'm here. I can't even believe how fast that happened. I've been there. Have you? Because we're so caught up in what we have to do, where we're going, and all the things I have to process through that we don't enjoy the drive. We don't enjoy just looking out. Sometimes I annoy the hell out of my wife because I'll sit in the car and I'll let her drive. And I love looking at everything. I'm like a little kid. I'm like, babe, did you see this? She's like, I have to drive. And I'm like, but did you see that? She's like, I have to drive. So I annoy the heck out of her with this. But it's trying to be as mindful as possible and enjoying everything I'm seeing. Like, it's the first time in a car, and I try to get to those places and everything in my life. I'm not perfect at it. I have a lot of work to do in that arena, but I'm getting better every day. And so mindfulness allows you to absorb more of the truth of what exists. It allows you to find more bliss, joy, and happiness. Truly, for me, mindfulness, being mindful and everything you do, creates more joy. It lets you dive deeper into the experiences. It lets you be more human. Where a lot of times when we go through like something negative or not feeling good, we want to shun it away as fast as we can so we can get back to this. Or we'll go to a substance or something to give us a false high to overcome that until, kept shoving it down more and more, like literally. So mindfulness for me is huge in a lot of factors. I'm mindful in my business when I make decisions. I want to be present. I want to be right there in the moment, not thinking of anything else. The way you can kind of explain how mindfulness really works and how you enjoy things, it's like finding that person you just started dating. Maybe it was your husband, your wife, or your partner, and you just started dating. How'd you feel when you're in the moment with them? Did you want to talk about everything in the world and just connect, and you just can talk for long periods of time? You two were being mindful at one point. You didn't care about anything else except the moment of where you were. And then there comes that point. What is it? 4 weeks, 6 weeks, a couple months. That honeymoon stage goes away, and all of a sudden, years later, you don't have those moments where you can get into that depth, right? So you want to, again, be mindful. It gives life to everything. So these are critical ways. Meditation, breath work, those are just some of them. Affirmations, journaling, practicing gratitude, those are other ones. But it's how do you just get present in the moment and enjoy what you have here, and don't pay attention to anything else. Because if you have feelings of resentment, anger, shame, guilt, those types of things, you're focusing on the past. If you have anxiety, worries, and fears, and those types of things, anxiousness, you're focusing in the future. Your emotions will always dictate where you are at each given moment of your life. So focus on that too, because when you have bliss, joy, happiness, happiness is an out in. Joy is an internal thing. Being euphoric, or I like the word bliss, those are things that are transformative. So check those out. Again, practice some mindful techniques. Again, if you're looking for some guidance, Walk in the Dark, my second book I wrote, Rediscover Your Greatness, the first book I wrote. Those are things that can really help empower you in your life. I'm not saying this because I wrote it. I'm not that type of guy. I wrote it. Both of these books I wrote going, let's see what happens here. I know why I wrote the book. I see the purpose behind why I wrote it. Let's see how the people respond. And then the reviews came. And then emails started coming in. Then I get direct messages. And I loved what people were getting out of it. It was really transformative for me. And it also gives me even the inspiration to go and do more. So that's what I got for you guys today. Keep rocking and rolling. I'll see y'all tomorrow.